It's the video I promised you. I'll upload it to the group in a little while. Otherwise, it's not a very easy braid. As I've told you, let's get it started. For this braid, we'll only need an odd number of points. Plus, the chain we're going to do, to get back, I'm going to do 11 chains. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 11, 11 in these 11 chains. I'm gonna get my stitch. The 12th is for me to turn and knit over 11. My first row is a chain. I'll leave the first knob, this one, and go to the next one here, and I'm doing my first purl. One to the next. Sorry, just the top one. 2. 3. 4. 5, 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And the 11th. So I have 11 chains in my first row. A chain in the air, I'm turning. Ate. My first point here. And I'm doing a purl. And in the same spot, a half ribbing. I'm spinning in the same point. I'm spinning and I'm pulling out. I take it all off. Together, so I have 2 points in the same hole. I leave the next point. And on to the next. So I leave one and I do it again. One more. And half ribbing, I leave. One and on to the next. Half a ribbing I leave. The next one. And I continue to the end of the line. I leave one to the next, one to the next, one to the end. I've got 2 points left. I leave the first last one at this one, and on my last point I just do a purl. That was the reverse of my knitting. If you count your points, you'll see there are 11. I do a chain and turn. This is my chain, and this here is my first point. So I'm going to go into this first point, and I'm going to do 2 purls. I'm going to let my next point, which is this one right here, and I'll go to the next one. If you see what this one is, it's half ribbing. that I did in the previous row. So I leave the half ribbing that I have done in the previous row. That is the next point, and I go to the next one, which is actually the purl, and I do 2 pearls. So in my third row, which is actually the good one of my knitting, I leave 1 point and make 2 pearls. I start with 2 pearls, and so on until the end of the row. And again I have 2 points left, and in the last one I leave the first last one, and in the last one I make a throw. That's the knitting. From here on repeats continuously, the second and the third row, not the purl. The purl is my first, okay? The base, we say. I repeat the base. Half ribbing on the same point. And I go on leaving one, and I do the same thing again. And in the good of my crochet, I do 2 pearls on the first point, I leave 1, 2 pearls on the next, I leave 1, and so on, and I always finish each row with a purl I do in both rows of a chain to turn, and again, purl on the first point, plus half ribbing I leave. The next one, and the other next one, and purl and a half ribbing. This is what happens when I'm on the back of my crochet. Yarn right means reverse crochet. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for the live, and be well until the next one. Bye.